Good Monday morning. I hope everybody's doing well. It probably won't be a Monday that this goes up, but for me today it is a Monday. And it is a Monday with a vengeance. I tried to do my braid 4 times and I still have a nice chunk of hair sticking out. I gave up. Trying to do things around the house, not happening. I'm trying to get my face ready to do a video. And this video is coming about thanks to Melissa NAYDELINE. I don't know why she woke me up and made me smarten up, but that's what happened. In my mind, in my puny little, not working very well mind because of everything going on. Don't get me wrong, I never used to be an idiot, and I'm still not an idiot. I'm just airheaded and forget a lot. And for some reason, face palette is what bore the brunt of that. Now, this is what I had in my face palettes container. I have gone through every drawer in my filming room, in my stash back behind me, and dug out everything, because what she said in her video, which I will try to remember to link in the description box, and what she said made sense, but nobody else, when they said it, made sense. Melissa, I love you. You got into this brain of mine and you knocked some sense into it. So, what do I have in palettes? Face palettes, that is. And face palettes include more than one face product, even if it's only 2, doughhead. So the first thing is my Refocus Glow from, don't know what that's from, Doll 10, and it's beautiful and subtle and absolutely gorgeous. So that is the first one. The second one, which I almost got rid of, but I figured, you know what, it's a Canadian staple, this company. It's Quo. We get it at Shoppers Drug Mart, which is one of the biggest pharmacies in Canada. And it is a beautiful little palette, and it's got everything in it, which is what I like. I don't like a palette to have all blushes, or blush and highlight, or bronzer and highlight. I like a palette to have one of everything, even if it's only 3 things. That's what I prefer. So I am keeping this, at least for now. Like this as well. This is perfect. This is the Hamptons Weekender from Tarte, and I love this palette. It's beautiful, and don't underestimate this bronzer. It's pigmented. I underestimated it once, and that was the only time, but I love this little palette. It was in my filming room / Harry Potter room drawer. This one pisses me off. This pisses me off because I got it from BoxyCharm pop-up store, and even today it's there and it says Yensa. So I got it because Yensa is amazing. Amazing. And then I got it, and the first thing I noticed was the brow bar. Are you kidding me? No. And then these highlights, they look beautiful in the pan, but they are chunky. Chunky monkeys. You can feel the glitter. And in my sensitive skin, where you put highlight, which is so close to the eye, they are beautiful. They are actually very, very gorgeous. But they will cut my skin. So I didn't bring anything. Okay, that was brilliant, Bridget. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I am. I used it once. It is beautiful. Look at this one. It's like at least a duochrome. Younger skin needs this, but the fact that they call it Yensa and it turns out to be from the brow bar, that just, I can't get over that. It was just what's the word I'm looking for? It's a betrayal. It's an absolute betrayal. Now, okay, so these have been there. Okay. Now, let's get into the stuff that I did not have in there. This, I love this. This is from ZC. This is face and eyeshadow. It's beautiful. I've used it once. I need to use it more. But it is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like, look at that. As you can see, I'm barely touching it. Barely, barely, barely. It's absolutely fantastic. But I keep it in with my other K-Beauty, Japan Beauty, China Beauty. That's where this stays. So I'm okay with not putting this here. My Charlotte Tilbury I had in its own little container. But I think I'm going to change that. I'm going to start with this bar of gold. She doesn't sell this anymore, but I got lucky enough to be able to get it at the time. This is a few years ago, and I am not letting it go. Ever, 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 ever. So this is a face palette, because it's, even though it's a highlighter, it's got 3 highlighters in there, more than one. I'm going to put that aside for now. Sephora Golden Hour. That's not the one I wanted. Okay, let's put that aside. I thought it had 2. Now, Fenty Beauty. This one is beautiful. It's Minted Mojito and Sandcastle. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. And not that long ago, I used the Minted Mojito. But it's beautiful. So beautiful. I'm going to put it in here too. This one. This, but in my mind, was blushes. But it's blushes and highlighters. And I was going to declutter it. And then Lauren May used this on a video, and I'm like, okay, sorry Megan, you're not getting it. This one was technically in there until I brought it out into my filming room. This is the Pixie by Petra, and I got it at the discount. So yeah, this was in here. Now the problem I'm having is I'm going to have to separate the high end from the drugstore. Wish me luck on that. I've got room in the drawer, I can do that. Alright, these two, my Dior highlight palette and my Dior bronzer. These were not considered face palettes, but we know that they are. We know they are. This I have shown on more than one video, that this is an entire face. If I have to travel somewhere over a weekend, I'm happy to bring just this, because I've got a bronzer, blush, and a highlighter, and I've got an eyeshadow palette. I'm good. I love this. I'm good. But it is a face palette. Same with this, because it's got a powder and a contour and bronzers. Another face palette. Yeah. And then these beautiful little gems from Natasha Denona. Yes, Melissa also has these in her face palette. And there we go. They belong in a face palette. Blush and highlight, bronzer and highlight. I'm running out of room. I'm running out of room. We're going to have to reorganize this. Because I've got 2 more going in there. Just like this Charlotte Tilbury Mini Bronze and Glow. I've used it. Hard to believe, but I've used it. Because it was right beside me in my filming room, in a drawer. But I've used it, and it doesn't look like I've touched it. Good thing I just got a mini. Now these two, I never equated as face palettes, even though they are face palettes. I know, it doesn't make sense, but it made sense in my brain. You gotta remember, my brain is mush. between the pain and the meds, my brain is mush. My gray matter is probably blue. This is the newer one of the two, even though it is not very young, but I'm not using it. It's just, it's to be put away in my face palettes. Yeah. But this one is in my project pan. And as you can see, the eyeshadows are all different. But at least I've got this in my project pan because I need to use it. I cannot waste these precious powders. I just can't. So there we go. This one can go back in my project pan in the filming room. This one I will try to do something. And I'll be back and show you what I come up with. Alrighty then, here we go. First thing I'm going to do is put this back with all of my Asian Beauty, and it's going to go right there. Come on, open up. I know you can. There we go. Light's a little far, so it might be a little difficult. So there we go. We've got these two little doodads for Asian Beauty. Now, I was not able to do two separate boxes, containers for high-end and drugstore, but that's okay because I've only got one drugstore. But I was able to put everything else in there. Everything else fit. Tetris, that was fun, but it worked. It totally worked. So there you go. They're all in there now. Face palettes. Only singles in each one of those. I need that for my video. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. Now, this one is going back into my project pan. This one is going into my declutter. And this one is also going into my declutter because it's okay. But I don't want okay. I want only great makeup in my collection because decision fatigue. So, isn't that beautiful? Now I'm starting to wonder, this is how my brain works. If I've got room to put these two all in one, then I might move my palettes up. Yeah, my brain's gonna whirl and whirl around, and if I make changes, because this video is not going to be edited for a little while, I will be able to add a little addendum and let you guys know. But in the meantime, thank you for coming to visit with me and have a little fun. Thanks to Melissa. Because that's what I needed to do, reorganize again. Please leave me a comment, like my video, and subscribe to my channel. A bientôt.